that we need to continue to stand strong to defend everybody's rights and freedoms.
Good day, folks. How you doing today? Hey, let's have a talk. We've been here before. I want to give an update. Chippewa School has decided they were going to wait till November to make a decision on changing the name, and then they have revised that and decided they're not making a change to the name, and they're going to leave it alone because too much pressure from the community. Yay, a win. This video's actually got a bunch of wins in it, and but it's also got some not so wins. All right, let's talk about the thing. All right, you see that light gray building over, or you see those two small little gray buildings there? That was the warming center set up in 2020 for the homeless in North Bay. And I'm sure we can see the second dark gray one there. Not the can, but those two gray buildings right there, dark gray ones. Anyway, that's the warming center for North Bay. And they've decided, they took $400,000 to put those two dark gray buildings in. Okay, in 2020, because it was a thing for homelessness, and they decided they were going to take over the old police station here and retrofit it for transition, which is amazing. We needed that in North Bay. And I've mentioned this before. I'm not sure if that's the best place to put it directly across, but hey, who am I to say, right? So anyway, here's the numbers. We spent $400,000 on those two small buildings. We paid $1.2 million for phase one of the light gray building, which provided 16 beds. We paid is it 2.3? Yeah, I think it's 2.3 million for phase two, which just completed, thank gosh, with 20 beds, although there's only 6 available at the moment. It'll be, the other 14 will be ready in a couple weeks. Phase 3 will add an additional 24 beds at a cost of $2.8 million. Okay, but the problem is the city doesn't actually listen to people. I think this is great. I mean, we needed this in North Bay. We don't have. I mean, we're only a small town. We got 50,000 people. We need these kinds of things. The problem is, you see, this was set up in a place that, it was originally proposed in a place that was right across from the residential area. And the residents freaked out and everything. And the city decided, oh no, okay, this is a bad idea. Let's not put it here. So they moved it over to this location where you see now, behind the trees. They had their entrance. The entrance I was looking at was not it. Well, that is their entrance right there. They had their entrance. And I gotta show this because this is just hilarious. Directly, this is the City of North Bay Planning Department thinking this one through. All right. Now, there's a reason I'm doing this. So, here we go. Entrance. Main entrance to school. Isn't that a genius idea? So now, this school has decided that after 3 years, they now need to put a fence completely around the school at a cost of $600,000. Okay? $600,000. They're going to put a fence all the way around this field and the school to keep our kids safe and keep the homeless from there out of here. And the drug paraphernalia, they think this is going to keep the drug paraphernalia out of here. This is what the people were complaining about in its original location. I'll go show you the original location. Yeah, let's go do that. But now we're going to cage up the kids because of that location while they're at school enjoying recess. Oh, I think I just watched somebody fall over there. Not sure if the camera picked it up. Let's see. I'll see if I can zoom in. Those people right over there, the one in the white jacket, I think just fell. Anyway, let's go show you the original location. Well, guys, this is the location. The location where they were going to put those two small little buildings, put the warming center here in North Bay. See, that's the YMCA. There's no houses across the street, but there's a couple of businesses. One's a real estate business. Okay. But that there is our Memorial Gardens, our auditorium, for those that don't know what the Gardens is, or our hockey team plays. So this is where they were going to put it in 2022 or 2020, and residents of the area, because well, there's some residents way over there, and there's some right over there, but they made an outcry. Honestly, the city didn't give a crap about their outcry. You know why the city didn't put it in this location? Because of that building right there. The city makes money off of that building, and the city is responsible for maintenance of that building. So they're not going to put the homeless center here, the warming center right here. No. That would interfere with their operations. And well, YMCA, they cried too. Like, yeah, nope, can't do this. Anyway, there's a point to all this. We'll get to that. Let's go see the next location. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, that's probably hasn't been long for you guys. It's me. We're back at Laurier Woods Conservation Area. You know, it's interesting. Get to that in a minute. So you're gonna say to me, Winmore, what does this have to do with Chippewa High School? Well, you see, I brought you down these paths many times before, and we've seen this boardwalk here before. And well, there was a donation campaign set up, because if you remember, there was a couple of broken boards here and there, but there was a donation campaign set up to help, for the citizens to donate to rebuild this boardwalk here, because it was getting not dangerous, but dangerous enough. You know, it was beginning to dilapidate. All right. Well, this was put in like 25 years ago, so you know, things degrade, especially if you put wood in a swamp. It's not going to last forever. We know that. And you see, the thing is, that's kind of important about all this is, when it was originally built, it was built by high school students of North Bay. High school students built this. I did a video earlier this year at, you know, that the city of North Bay doesn't actually pay attention anymore. And they don't care about the citizenry of North Bay. They don't care. They don't seem to focus on our needs and our wants. All they do is whatever they want. So you see those two boardwalks, they raised, the funding program raised, this is the original, 25 years old. It's not that bad. It's not that shabby. It's a little bit bouncy, but not enough to worry you. Look, even this beautiful miter cutting in there, done by high school students. High school students, man. That's because back in the day, we educated our children in a way that made them productive members of society. But in today's world, as you've seen, which I probably should have went back for, in my previous videos of Chippewa High School, They're more interested in teaching gender ideology than they are teaching practical skills. They're more interested in supporting trauma over their shoelaces tying into a knot when they try to undo them than they are teaching kids that it's okay to stub your toe and get the job done. Yes, this is today's world. And the city of North Bay decided, actually no, I'm going to stay over here, so I'm going to walk back anyway. City of North Bay decided that when they were going to replace this boardwalk, which apparently they didn't replace all of it, they just replaced 2 sections of it and a couple of boards here and there. They couldn't trust anybody from North Bay to do that. Oh no. After raising $30,000 from the local community and matching it with $20,000 from the North Bay Mattawa Conservation Authority and another $14,000 from the Heritage Foundation of Ontario. So what is that? 30 plus 20 is 50 plus another 14. We'll say $65,000 they raised to replace the boardwalks. They replaced 2 over there. And they didn't use anybody from North Bay. They went to Brampton to find a contractor that can build a wooden boardwalk. Yeah. They went all the way down south to Brampton to find a contractor to build that little section. What is that? Maybe 30 feet, 40 feet. We'll say 40 feet. 40 feet long, and the other one's maybe, what, 20? So 60 feet. Cost $60,000. That's $1,000 a foot. What the? $1,000 a foot for lumber. That's just amazing, man. You know, the city, they could have went to North Bay residents, said, hey, if you provide the labor, we'll provide the funding. Or they could have went to, collected their donations and then turn around and said, we need to find a local resident that can build this and build it properly. I am curious, once winter comes, actually spring, let me rephrase that, not winter, when spring comes and the spring thaw happens, if that new construction company, and believe me, I'll be back here to find out, understands how much of our freeze and thaw we get, what our frost heaves do up here, especially considering you put this in a swamp, basically a giant swamp. I'll be curious to see if it raises up, because, well, if high school students can do it 25 years ago and it'd still be stable, contractors, we'll see. Anyway, it's a long list of the city of North Bay not really giving a crap about North Bay citizens other than for our tax dollars. I don't know, I don't understand it personally. I meant I would have, but it's getting late and I got things to do. They're putting in a drug treatment center in Ferris, which is the south end of North Bay. Sorry, you guys probably don't know. It used to be a separate city, but it's now part of North Bay. But anyway, they're putting in a treatment center there, which is great. North Bay needs a treatment center. The thing is, we have 2 malls down there. One's a plaza, one's a mall. And both of them are on life support to begin with. Okay, the mall is pretty much 3/4 empty. There's no stores in there. Like 3/4 of the stores are just empty space. And the plaza is not much better. You got 3 main stores in the plaza, Metro, Value Village, and Home Hardware. The Home Hardware guy says he doesn't hire Canadians, but that's another whole story I'm not going to get into. Like, this video would end up being forever. Anyway, and then the other shops that are there, half the places are closed, the other half are barely surviving. They're just existing. And then they're going to put this treatment center dead center, right between both of them. Beside one of the busiest Tim Hortons in all of North Bay. Okay, well, it's the busiest one in Ferris. And they're going to put it right next door to there, in between these 2 malls that are on life support. And they think this is a good idea. You know why it's a good idea? Because it's not their responsibility to maintain any of these businesses, and the city don't make money other than taxes off them. Well, that's why they're putting it there. That mall, you might as well say, is dead. Everything's going to end up leaving there because of the drug paraphernalia, the theft and crime. You see this in the U.S., you know, businesses trying to adhere to the lefties. Lefties? Nah, I don't like left and right wing. I think that's dumb. The city's trying to adapt to the stupid ideology. And they don't care. They don't care whether you like it or not. They'll put the business out of business. And it's because they don't think, you know, they can't see the forest for their nose, or for the tree in front of their face. It's ridiculous. So North Bay, why didn't you ask City of North Bay? Why didn't you ask local residents, local businesses, if they would be interested in $60,000 or $1,000 a foot for a boardwalk? I'm sure somebody would be interested in that deal. $1,000 a foot. Lineal foot. Let me rephrase that. Not square foot. Lineal foot. That's something, I tell you. Anyway, maybe we should stop dealing with ideology and start respecting the citizens that are actually paying for all this stuff. 2 freaking boardwalks. I thought it was a great idea that they replaced the boardwalks, but the more I looked into it, the more I read, and the more I understood about it, I like the high school students one better. Maybe we should get back to teaching our kids what hard work gets you. Something that lasts. Something that you can be proud of. Those kids could come back here. I'm sure many of them have come back and said, look, I built that. Well, who's going to come back and say, I built that now? Nobody. There's no pride there. There's no nothing there. Welcome to the Fringe. Welcome to the Fringe.